Hi, so today I just wanted to share a little bit about how I came to know the Lord. And it was back in the 80s, the late 80s, where I was really into heavy metal music. I've got a lot of ticket stubs here. Let's see, this one, you remember old ticket stubs? Well, if you're young, you won't remember, but like here's one, Iron Maiden, in what year was this? It was 85. Well, anyways, I was really into metal music, heavy metal music. And I say that because that was like my life. Like that, I was really into the culture. It was just everything, what I thought, what I dressed, how I spent my money, how I spent my time. It was really like my religion, my God. And how did I come out of that? How does one come out of just being so immersed into that kind of culture, into that kind of thinking? Because, you know, a lot of the heavy metal is really like, they glorify their sin. They don't really want to be into like religion or God. I mean, come on, Ozzy Osbourne calls himself the Prince of Darkness. But I was really into that. And actually, Ozzy was one of the first ones when I was really young that I got into. You know, I was into like Metallica, Anthrax, Overkill, and then even some of the hair bands like Bon Jovi and stuff like that, more of rock, pop hair bands. All of it I was into. But you know, it really does glorify like sex and women and sex, drugs, rock and roll kind of thing. It even gets darker into like suicide, just depending upon the band. It doesn't mean that they're all singing about that, but I mean, I was really into it, and a lot of it, yeah, it was just that. So how does one come out of that to Christ? Well, I was in high school. It was almost time for me to graduate, and I got switched into a class that I needed 1 credit for to graduate, like a half a credit. And I met this guy in class, and we wound up becoming really good friends. He was into the metal bands. I think he was one of the few metalheads in the class at that time. And our friendship just, you know, grew into a little bit more than that. And then we started dating. And the way he treated me was awesome. You don't see a lot of this nowadays in our culture, where the man holds the door open. And again, this is like metal guy doing this, holding the door open for me, and was fun and funny. And he treated his parents with respect, treated women with respect, great manners. I don't know. A lot of his outward actions were really different from any other person that I had dated or had even seen. He really stood out. So then as we were getting closer and started dating, one day I asked him, I'm like, you know, there's something different about you, and I just don't know quite sure what it is. And then he shared the gospel message about Jesus with me. And if you want to know more about that, you can, if you want to hear the gospel message, I have a video on where do you go when you die. You can listen to that. But yeah, he shared the gospel message with me, and I was like, I want to put my trust in Christ. Yes. And then from that moment on, I just started my journey with the Lord. Now, did I change my living overnight? No, it really is a lifelong process. But I just wanted to share about that with you. But you know what the cool thing is? That guy, I married him. And here's a picture of us when we first met with both our heavy metal hair. And we've been married almost 30 years. In October, it'll be 30 years. We have 4 grown children, ages 19 through 28. And he's still awesome, you know, and we've grown together. We got baptized together. And so if there's any, you know, heavy metal people out there and you want to talk about Christ or, you know, God, stuff like that, I wouldn't mind talking to you, you know, like through email or just message me or whatever. And if you've come to know Christ also and you were into heavy metal before, shoot me a message. And I'm actually going to do some videos going forward. I don't know when, but be on the lookout for them, onto Christians and Christian heavy metal and stuff like that. Because if you look at this picture here, I know you can't see it, but my husband and I, we went to Germany, and we were missionaries for a little over a year and lived there, and we ministered to the heavy music community. So I just wanted to share that with you today. And stay tuned for other videos that I do, like my video. If you liked it, share it. Also follow me on Instagram, more.noble. And then I'm also on Facebook. All right, I'll see you another time.